It's a great honor indeed to welcome to the program a singer, performer, songwriter, guitar-playing, Grammy and CMA nominee, and a man who has won our hearts over and over again with like 40 hits on the Billboard charts, Mr. Mel McDaniel on the program.
Yeah, old Mel. Okay, bud, how you doing?
All righty, Mel, let's fire things up with a little history, if you will.
Sure, man, just whatever you want to know.
How'd things all get started for you?
How'd all get started? I just, something I wanted to do, and I just started trying to do it, and played trumpet in the second grade, third grade, and I switched to guitar after hearing Elvis and all the country boys, Jerry Lee Lewis, Carl Perkins, those kind of people, Johnny Cash, and just decided that's what I wanted to do, so I just started trying to do it everywhere I went, I started doing sock hops and weenie roast and what have you, there at high school days, and graduated from that and went on up. I don't know, it seemed like, I'd be working for somebody. I was always having to pump gas. I'd take my guitar down to the gas station, sit around there and bang on it and all, and just kept trying, Eddie.
So most of this happened in Oklahoma coming up. You moved to Nashville, and then you wound up in Alaska.
Didn't go too good for me there in Nashville, the first time. So my brother's up in Alaska, and he's wondered why I didn't come on up there and try to get a job. So I went on up there, borrowed his credit card, and got on up to Alaska, and I got lucky and got a job there. I tell you, I went in there, I knew about 5 songs on my guitar, with me by myself. I'd always had a band, So I ended up doing a 6-hour single there for a couple of years, and then I decided to go back to Nashville. I figured, well, I'll go give her another shot, I didn't really make number one on Billboard there because the Oaks had out Elvira at the time.
Hard to compete with that one, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm telling you. But, a funny story about that song there, I had a friend I worked with in Bear Manufacturing. He told me, Mel, because I'd sit around my guitar, and that was Elvira was one of the songs I'd sing. He said, you need to cut that song. You'd have you a hit on it. But I never did do it. The Oaks got there before I did.
That's one of those you can look back on and say, woulda, coulda, shoulda, right?
Amen on that. But who knows, Ed, you don't know what's going to work. You just jump in there and try, man.
So true, so true.
Yeah.
Sometime in the mid-'90s, you gave us a little bit of a scare. How you holding up since you fell into that orchestra pit?
Yeah, that deal there, we were doing a show in Lafayette, Louisiana, and I was the 9th person that fell in this pit thing. It had an orchestra pit there in front of the stage, but the way the stage was set up and the way the lights were, I didn't know there was a hole there at all, Couldn't see nothing. And so I started just walking through the crowd. I thought it was like an auditorium or something. I didn't know what it was, but I didn't think about being a hole there. Anyway, I started going out to the audience there to, pass out some picks and shake hands and all, and I didn't get too far. I took about 4 steps or 3 or whatever it was, and down I went,
But you all okay now, 100%?
Yeah, I use a cane.
All right, Mel, I know time is short for you. A couple of quick questions. If given the opportunity, which artist or band, living or dead, would you like to do a duet with?
Living or dead? Well, I guess, I knew Johnny Cash some, and I really admired him. I don't know, I'd like to have done one with John, I guess, and Merle Haggard, Tanya Tucker. I could just go on.
And the list goes on.
Yeah.
Now, if I were to right now go look at the CD player in your personal vehicle, what CD might I find in there?
You wouldn't find one in there.
Cassette?
We've got cassettes, of a few artists, mostly my work tapes, but that's about it.
Any song out there that's so good you wish you'd written it?
Wish I'd written it. Blue Jeans. I wish I would have written that. I wish I'd have written a lot of them,
What is the strangest interview question you've ever been asked?
Okay. Count me down. Give me a countdown.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Well, that's what it was. He told me to give him a countdown.
You go give him a countdown.
Yeah, and I said, what? I said, you want me to give you a countdown? Now, what would you have done, Eddie? So I started going, you want me to give you a count? Okay, I went 10, 9.
Oh, that's classic. That's excellent.
I was so embarrassed when I finally realized what that man was doing.
Oh, my goodness.
And wanted me to do. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it, man. man. Give me a countdown. I kept asking him, are you sure that's what you want me? I couldn't understand, you know. I said, well, okay, man. So I fired her off there. He said, hey, let me get back with you tomorrow. And I thought, well, you dang, that's kind of weird and rude. So I said, sure. That's the last I heard of him.
Well, Mel, let me give you a countdown. You figure out something to say. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Hi, folks. This old Mel McDaniel, and I'd sure like to invite y'all to listen to my friend Ed Bear. He'll treat you right.